Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here with 60andMe. Thank you so much for being here today. 60andMe is a community of women who are aging beautifully and who are living their lives with passion and purpose and still love to play with makeup and beauty products and skincare. And I am always on the hunt for interesting brands. Now there are literally thousands of makeup products out there in the world and it is overwhelming sometimes. And I have the attitude that there's just so much wonderful innovation and experimentation going on. It's just nice to just hunt for brands that are doing something a little bit different, and also ones that have transformed themselves over the years. Today, I'm going to share with you a brand that I discovered 10 years ago. I've been using their lipsticks in particular for many years and always get great comments and compliments on them. And I wanted to share with you today Flormar. Now, you may not have ever heard of Flormar. It's been around for almost 50 years. It started in Milan, in Italy. So it's an Italian brand that was bought by a company about 10 years ago in Turkey. So it's now based in Turkey and they distribute worldwide. They are in some drugstores in the United States, but you can order online. And here in Switzerland, I order from Germany and I get things really, really fast. And the website is great. There's so much choice. They have a range of makeup, skincare, beauty products across a wide spectrum. But today I'm going to show you some of my favorites. I'm so excited because there are a couple of things that I absolutely love. One is the mascara and also the lipsticks. Now my skin tone has changed a lot as I've got older, and so I have to kind of, keep experimenting with new products. I'm kind of shifting from a lighter tinted moisturizer foundation to something a bit lighter, cream, blushes and eye products. But I'm going to share with you my favorite Flormar products, and I'll put the description of everything in the section below so you don't have to make any notes. It'll all be there for you to review. And then you can order them online, or you can just enjoy this little journey that I'm going to take you on with Flormar products. It's Flormar, Flormar. Okay, so they represent basically about 21% of the makeup business in Turkey. And so they actually are very big internationally. They're in 104 countries, all 7 continents. So they're all around the world, and they're reputable, quality, reliable. So Flormar. Now, and by the way, no affiliation with Flormar. Flormar, I have no, connection at all. I just love their products, or some of their products. So the foundation I chose, and they've got about 5 or 6 different ones, is called Smooth Touch Foundation, SPF 20, glass bottle, and a pump, so it's really easy to apply. And by the way, nothing on my skin, 71-year-old skin. It's got lots of bumps and marks and, whatever happens as you get older. But foundation, I found, is a great place to start. It's kind of a way to just smooth out your skin and give you something to work with. There are other products in their range. There are some that are tinted moisturizers, some that are a little bit heavier. And on this one, now the color on this is a teeny bit dark, but I'm just going to take a couple of squirts here. It's not a runny foundation. Well, it is a little bit, but it's not liquid. It's kind of got a firmness to it. And I'm going to apply this with my Ariane Pool foundation brush, and I'm just pressing it into my skin. Now, actually, it looks lighter on the light today than I remember, so this is good. It covers my test is I've got age spot right there, a big one. And if it actually covers that first time, then I feel like it's going to be a good foundation. So let me just put this on. And, I put too much on my hand. You really don't need very much of this. And I put it on my eyes as well. I probably rush through this a little bit because I know you want to see everything, and I want to take 50 minutes, an hour to apply my makeup. So I hope that I do this at the right pace, not too hurried, but just enjoying it. I actually love putting on foundation. It's one of my favorite things. It just feels so good. I've got a mirror here. I've actually used about half the amount I put on my skin, on my hand. You don't need a lot. So let's just, that age spot has vanished. And that's the beautiful thing about a nice foundation, is it just makes you feel like you got a great place to start. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I've taken all the way up to my hairline. And you You can even pop it on your ears, but just make sure you go down a bit on your neck. And okay, so I think I'm going to just play a bit with my hands. That actually seems to me like a pretty good coverage. I maybe would want to touch it up just a teeny bit to have a little bit more. It builds beautifully and it doesn't, you know, doesn't sort of stick. It blends beautifully together as you apply another layer. And I'll just do this here. Okay. All right, that's foundation. And hopefully I blended everything the way it should. And we can then go on. Now, I'm going to apply a cheek product here that I like. Blush is one of my favorite things because it just brightens up the whole face. And in fact, this is what Flormar does, in my opinion, really, really well. The colors are vibrant, they're pigmented, and you know, they're just fun to use. Okay, so let's just... All right, now they've got some powder blushes and they've also got cream, and I chose the cream. There are 2 sticks. A lot of their things, by the way, are on sale on their website right now. So I got these at a very good price. I think they were under $4, but it's a bright pink, which isn't as pink when you put it on, and then a coral color. And I'm going to, I might even mix these a little bit, but I'm going to start with the pink and just place it on my cheeks just to give a bit of color. And, you know, you don't have to put a lot on. Use my other makeup brush here. I've got a similar one for blush. And you know, this myth about starting with your blush on the apple of your cheek, it really is a little bit more attractive if you know, for aging skin where everything starts to drop down a bit, to put it a little bit higher. So just kind of lift it from the cheek, but lift it up towards your eye. Isn't that pretty? It's very, very natural. And I love cream blushes for this reason. They're so easy to apply and they just make your skin glow. And I'm going to do some other things in a minute, but that's just a bit of the beautiful. And actually, it looks very bright when you look at the color. It's softer. Okay, so let's just blend that in. Blush for me just brings your whole face to life. I love it. So that's just where I start. And then I'm going to do my eyes. But I think that's a really, really pretty color. And I hope you can see it in the light. It's not terribly bright today. It's kind of a cloudy day. But that's the blush. And it's called, what is it called? It's called Creamy Stick. And this one is in coral and the other one is in pink. There's just 2 of them in this particular range. Okay, so that's the blush. I'm going to just take a quick look to make sure I blended it okay. Where's my mirror gone? There it is. Things disappear. Yeah, that's really pretty. Now, eyebrows. That's one of my... I'm back. Apparently, I thought I had an eyebrow product from Flormar, but I don't. So I'm going to use my Maybelline Tattoo Brow, which is my go-to. I love it. My lashes have gotten a little sparse over the years, and I just love this one because it's got a kind of a wide brush. It's not skinny, and it works for me beautifully. So I just apply it with a gentle hand. And I'll do it with my mirror since it's just easier. But you can just outline the eyebrow first, bringing it to the edge, and then just lift up the eyebrows. Because you don't want to just make it look like you've got a black line there, but you want to still be able to see your eyelashes and eyebrows, I should say. And let's do the other side. This is a taupe color, but it's actually reasonably dark, which is okay. And I think okay, that's great. That's a good start for my eyebrows. And they're never going to be exactly the same. This is just the way eyes and face in general are. But that's the eyebrows. Okay, so that's great. That's the Maybelline product. And now I'm going to play with some eyeshadow. They don't have an eyeshadow palette that I purchased, but they do have 2 shimmer, or they're cream products. One is a very, very pale beige color. It's called... Metallic Eye Color. This is just in light. And then they also have one in a rose color. And both of these I'm going to apply on top of my eyeshadow because they've really got a lovely glow to them. And the light one in particular can be used in the center of your eye, which I'm going to use because I've got dark shadows that are appearing there. But in terms of eyeshadow, I'm going to switch over to my Catrice palette. And you know, if you've watched my channel before, you know how much I love Catrice eyeshadows. This is the Pro Generation, Next Generation Nudes. This was more of a summer look, which beautiful colors. I really, really loved it. And you can see the shades. well used. But they came out with an autumn palette, which is called Vintage Soul, which I really, really love. Even the colors are autumnal and beautiful. And they're darker colors, and I'm going to apply these to complete this, or to supplement this Flormar look, because I think the colors really go well with the other products that I'm going to show you, especially their lipsticks and mascara. Okay, so I'm going to use, to get started, where's my brush? Just a very simple all over color for my eye. And I'm going to choose just this lovely neutral whitish beige color. You get a teeny bit of fallout with this eyeshadow, but it's easy to manage, and you can just brush it off, tap it off your brush. So I bring that all the way on the the eyelid and also up to the eyebrow. And it's got a nice white glow to it too, under the eyebrow, which is pretty. Okay, so I'm going to now apply this side. Okay, so that kind of gives me a base to work with, which I really always like to have that kind of color in a palette. Then for my eyelid, I'm going to combine two colors. There's a beautiful one here called Peony and Velvet. So this is the Peony and this is the Velvet. I'm going to start with this on the crease and just darken it a little. So I'm just going to go up just above my brow line, or brow bone, and just start applying a little bit there. Kind of gently pushing it into the brow bone. And if you've got hooded eyes, you can always place it up a little bit higher, but it's a very pretty color. This is it's pink, but it's got like a rusty pink. It's kind of like it's a vintage rose. That's definitely the color that they're trying to promote here. So I'm going to just put that on the brow bone as a crease, a kind of sort of transition color. And I'm going to just have a quick look to see if I got that even. Okay, and now I'm going to take some of that a little bit darker vintage, it's called Velvet, which is this one right here. And I'm actually going to mix it with the Peony. I found that going backwards and forwards a bit gives me just the color that I want on my lid. So it's a little darker, and you can just bring it a little bit up under the brow too. But I think it's very, very pretty. This is a little too dark and this one's a little too light for the lid, so I'm just mixing them together. Okay. I think I've got it fairly even there, hopefully. I like this color a lot. It's such a beautiful autumn color and matches this kind of maroon and pinky shades that I love so much. Okay. That's fine. Now, I'm going to take this very dark one, which is called Amethyst. It's almost purple, but it's not quite purple, and I'm going to just put it on the very edges of my eye. As I mentioned, a little bit of fallout, so just be careful that you just catch that as you place it on the edge. I love the transition into autumn. I just love the colors that you can play with it, and just they feel better in cooler weather. It's really, just for me, a perfect time of the year. Now, you really want to blend this in beautifully, and I know I'm not giving it quite enough time, but if you, at home, you've got some beautiful brushes, soft brush, you can just play with. Okay, now, after I've done that, let me just check it, take a look in my proper mirror here so I can see it. I've got it okay. Yeah, it's a little bit darker than I thought, but I'm going to use some of that beautiful Flormar cream that I mentioned to you in the rose color. Okay, that's great. And I'm going to, this is challenging. Doing this into your phone and using light that's a bit shady today. Let's see how that looks. Okay, all right. Now, that beautiful rose, it's a cream shadow. It's Flormar. It's beautiful. It's not shimmery, but it's glowy. And I'm going to just place that on the center of my eye. And I'm going to use the stick. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see that. It goes on so smoothly. And it actually, with this color combination, It turns it almost to a purple color, which is really nice. If you have hazel eyes, that's a good color for shadow. Okay, so I'm going to now do the other side. That is such a nice cream shadow. You know, you could actually just use that kind of just by itself. You wouldn't even need to put anything else on. You could just pop this on and go. I'm going to also take some of the light color, the same product, but light color. And, oops, I got a bit of a smudge there on that one. And just put this on the center of my eye. Remember I mentioned this little shadow area that I get? You can just pop this in the middle there. I just blend it in. And it doesn't take it away. You've got this to stay. This is your beautiful aging skin, but it does take a little bit of the shadow off. And you can just place that in there like that. A lot of people actually put like a glitter shadow in there to hide that piece, but I think it's good with just a little bit of a glow in the center. I'm going to play with this just for fun to make this lighter. Use some of this light. This is actually the first time I played with these on top of a powder shadow, so this is kind of a fun experiment. Wow, as you put it on, you can really feel it not pulling, but it's there, it's going to stay. And it's not like overly creamy, like it's not sliding around. So I think that looks okay. Now mascara. Okay, I promised you the mascara, and I know we've taken some time here, but I want to share the Flormar mascara. This is such a cool mascara. It's a 3-way mascara. I've actually talked about this before, gosh, years ago, because I discovered it maybe 5 years ago, but it's beautiful. And what you do is you take the mascara, and you can see it's got a very simple, straight brush. But as you turn it, and there's a little turning device here at the end, as you turn it, the brow or the brush actually thickens, it changes. If I could just get it to turn. Maybe it's changed. Okay, well that's interesting because it used to work beautifully like 5 minutes ago. Let's see if I can make this work. Maybe you have to put it back in the container there. Let's try this. Well, okay, this is interesting. Oh, I see. Well, you can't probably see it as much on without me turning it in front. It was turning, just wasn't visualizing it. So there we go, that's the first one, and then it goes thicker. So I'll do it with the first thinner mascara. Sorry about that, I was actually looking for it to do something more dramatic, but I couldn't see it making the change as I was turning. So this is and it's a nice stiff mascara brush, so it's not clumpy or doesn't gather on your lashes. But I think it's really, really a nice mascara. So that's kind of like one application. You see, it's really, really nice. And this side too. And then I'm going to change it up to a thicker brush. And yeah, it's wet. Like I like wet mascaras where you can actually feel them going on your eye, but not overly thick. It's actually very, very nice. This is probably one of my very top 3 mascaras in the world. And then I'm going to just turn it to get a little bit more, and the brush gets thicker. And then I'll do another second coat. And this one should be like a lot. Not heavier, but just thicker, more mascara on the brush. It's a thicker brush. Wow, I really like this mascara. I'd forgotten how much I liked it. Yeah, it's really beautiful, I think. What do you think? Okay, whoops. Just wipe that gently. There we go. So that's the mascara, which I absolutely love. It's called a 3-way mascara, and it's just so unique. I've never seen it on any other line. Okay, let's do lips. They've got a really beautiful line of lip liners, and this one is closest to my favorite, which is it's actually my Kiko, 303, which I love. But this one is called. I'll put all the details below, but it's a waterproof liner and really. Gives you that sort of the protection from your lips, which are beginning to maybe get a little wrinkly around the edges. This keeps the lipstick on. So let me put this on. It's kind of a burgundy burgundy pinky brown. It's really lovely. And the lipsticks. Just stay tuned for the lipsticks. I've got 3 here, 3 colors. They're amazing. So that's the lip liner. It goes on really, really easily and smoothly. I'll just rub a bit in the lips as well. Now, I find a lot of the autumn lipsticks are very browny and burgundy, and for me, I want something that brightens up my lips a little bit more. So after putting this liner on, I'm going to play with, well, I've got 2 that are absolute favorites and one that's sort of on the coral side, but they are called, they're the, there's Shine lipsticks. There's a whole series of lipsticks they've got, and the numbers are on the bottom. It's 513, which is one of my favorites, 503, which is another pink, which I'm going to show you. 503 is my favorite lipstick. Besides my Frosted Apricot by Estee Lauder, this is it. I have 3 of these. I don't go anywhere without them. So I'm going to apply this one, and then I'll show you the other and on my arm. I love this lipstick. It's got such a beautiful shine to it, and also the color. The color is just amazing. It's 503. I think it's called Perfect. This one's got a name. It's like Perfectly Pink, but I just think it's such a beautiful color. And I keep this in my handbag. I've got 2, one in backup, and I just love it. Now this, I think, really goes with the pink blush, with the eyes, the whole thing. I think that's a perfect match. But if I had to choose a second favorite Flormar color, it would be 513. And actually, I might put a little bit on just so you can see it, because it's more peachy, but together it's just, they're beautiful. So I'll just pop that on too. You see that it just adds a little bit of a peachy color to it, but it still maintains the pink. I really like this one for the summer. I kind of have those 2, the pinky look or the peach look, and those are perfect lipsticks. 503 is pink, 513 is kind of the corally pink. And then there's another one, which is the 513, which I'll put on here. If you can see it, the light is not so good. Oh, it's not so bright at all, but on my hands, it's amazing. It's like a coral color. That's really, really nice. So those are the 3 lipsticks that I just have in my my world all the time from Flormar. I've had them for years, and I just ordered another 2 of the pink 503 because I just don't want to ever be without it. I love this lipstick. Now, the final thing I'm going to put on is some powder. Now, I would use a setting powder normally. I've just discovered Hourglass Ambient Lighting, which is spectacular for a setting powder. But this one is really interesting. It's Deluxe Multi-Effect Powder. Really pretty packaging. Oh, by the way, the boxes for Flormar are gorgeous too. They're like floral, beautiful, really lovely. But this powder is one of those powders that's got like a multi-effect. It's got multi-colors. And here we go. It's going to mirror. Where's my beautiful big Isadora brush that I use? Now, there is fallout on this, but you just have to be careful with it. Can you see it's got multiple colors in it? It's got a bronzer color mixed in with a sort of a setting powder color. I'll just dab that quickly on my cheeks. I'll do it on this side. And you can start to see the shine already. Can you see that? I'll put it all around. I'll just do one side of my face so you can see the difference. It's beautiful. It doesn't hide the foundation. It just keeps it very, very sort of soft and muted. And it's great for pictures. And I love this powder. And it's only very inexpensive. All these products, by the way, are under $6 or $7. They're really affordable. And the shipping is very reasonable too. So that is I love this powder. And on a hot day, and you're going out with a mask on, or you're trying to just keep cool, this is a really nice solution to just as that finishing touch. Okay, so there we go. That's it. What do you think? I love Flormar products. I'm really happy to introduce you to them. I hope that you take a look at the website, see what you think, and maybe you've got some products that you love, things that you found really work for you. I would love to know what brands, indie brands that maybe we don't know about, or ones that you have just loved for all of your life. Let's share. And hope that you found this enjoyable. This is a fun conversation with Flormar products. I personally, I'm going to be using some of these every day. I really do enjoy the lipsticks for one thing, of course. The mascara I like, and the blushes I think are great. And I love that powder. This powder, this multi-effect powder, it gives a nice glow and it's very lightweight. I love it. Hope you have found this fun. Flormar is a great line. I feel comfortable recommending, or at least sharing it with you, and hope that you have a really fabulous day. Put on some makeup, go out and shine, and enjoy the world. And thank you again so much for being here and sharing these makeup tutorials with me. Let me know what else you'd like to see me demonstrating or testing. I'm happy to do it. Have a really wonderful day, everybody. Take very good care. Bye-bye for now.